Cindy, this is my other inverter that is not working. This is my number 3 inverter. And like I said, it has power. If I turn it on, it just won't do nothing. Okay. So just to make sure that this part is working, I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with the number 6. This is number 3, like I was telling you. What I did with number 6, I removed this part here and put it on my number 1 inverter just to make sure that the power button area and all this stuff is working. So I was able to verify that the other part's working. When I put it on the other inverter, everything's working. Like I said, on the other inverter, I put the capacitor, didn't make any difference. So right now I'm opening this one because I'm gonna put the capacitor on this one. This is number 3 and it's not working. But at the same time, I'm gonna be testing this part of the inverter where the power switch is to make sure that it's working. I'm gonna test it on number 1. Okay, so anyway, I'll keep recording right now, but for now, I'm just gonna pause it, okay? As I'm removing it, as I'm taking everything apart. Hey Cindy, this is the second inverter that I just opened, and I'm just gonna be putting the capacitor in here and trying it to see if it works. But like I said, these are the 2 inverters that are not working. And I already checked the power module on the lower part, and on one of them, and it's working. I'm gonna check the second one to make sure it's working. But then if I put the capacitor and check the power module on the lower part where the power button is, we know we have another problem, okay? We know we have another problem because these units are not powering it up anymore. So anyway, I'll check the lower part on one of the other inverters that is working, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know. But let me put that capacitor right now. I just need to move this out of the way to be able to get to those screws and put the capacitor. No big deal. Okay? Anyway, keep recording right now. Just gonna pause it right now to put the capacitor. Cindy, I just put the other capacitor here, okay? And as you can see, is positive with positive and negative with negative. And then you guys told me to just put the capacitor here where it's behind this little lip. And that's what I'm gonna do. But like I said, even if I put this capacitor, these units just won't turn on. And I already checked the sections where the power goes. Anyway, I only have one hand over here, so I'm gonna pause the video just to set it up. Okay, the capacitor is installed on the second unit, and I'm just gonna put it all together. And on the other one, I checked those fuses to make sure they were working. But yeah, that's not the problem. These units, there's 2 units that are dead. I don't know why they are, but anyway, I put the capacitor on the first one, number 6, and I put the section on the lower part, made sure there was power, tried to turn it on, it just didn't work. So we know there is another problem, and it's not the section where the power button is. That power part is working good. So there is another problem with this. Anyway, let me pause this and let me keep putting it together. Okay, we know this section works because I had it working on the other inverter, okay? This one here, we're just gonna turn on the power, okay? The power coming from the batteries. I'm not even gonna connect the power from my solar panels, okay? I didn't put the top cover yet, okay? I didn't put the top cover because I just I wanna test it and make sure that this unit works. The capacitors are in there, but that's not making any difference. Take a look. There's no power. This thing is not working. And it's not this. This unit is working because this unit, I took it working from another unit. And the unit that came off this one, I'm gonna test it on another one to make sure that it's working. But I know that's not the problem. And the capacitors are not fixing this problem. So we still have 2 inverters that are not working. We still have to deal with the parallel stuff, and so the capacitors are gonna be installed in all the units, and we're still gonna have to put the magnets, the rings. We're gonna put those magnets, but that's not an issue. But right now we're gonna deal with that with the parallel. But right now we have 2 units that are not coming back, that are not turning on anymore. So you see this, it's on. There's no power at all, and there's power coming in because the power is connected here. And I tried the same on the other inverter, the same thing. The other inverter didn't light up at all, didn't turn on. And this one is doing the same thing. And like I said, This section, I'm gonna test it on the other inverter just to prove that that's not the problem. And I know it's not. So there's another problem besides that. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video again.